And there we are. Good morning. Is it still morning?
It's still morning.
It's still morning.
In our part of the world, anyway.
Good
That's
morning.
right. That's
Good
right.
morning, travel partners. Good morning. Good morning. And
Good morning, Kelly.
I know nobody said good morning to me.
Good morning, Kelly.
And I'm all dressed up in my kids' outfit, you know.
You
Nice.
look fantastic.
You do.
I love it. And then we have Nikita, who looks like she's getting stolen in the mountains somewhere.
Just hiking, nature, being one with nature. It's a holiday today in Canada, so just enjoying the
It's a
outdoors.
holiday here too, as well. So good morning, travel
Right.
partners. The usual. Let us know who you are and where you are listening from. This morning we came on a special edition of Coffee Chat for you because on Thursday I had a little bit of issue, so we couldn't come on. But today we're talking about education. My partner Nicole and I will be hosting, and we have two fantastic travel advisors with Sophia Calvin and Norman, who's not here yet, and our travel agent, social media expert, Nikita France, who is somewhere in the wilderness. Hopefully you don't see any.
Somewhere in the
Hopefully,
wilderness.
and you
I'm
can see a
happy to
bear
be here, though.
following you. Is that a bear following you, Nikita?
Do I have a what?
A bear?
Is that a bear? No,
A bear. Please don't wish that upon me. I hope not.
So today we're going to be talking. Nicole did most of the talking this morning because I'm sure you can hear that there's a carpenter in my house right now, and I don't want that to be, the talk this morning. So I will be on mute most of the time, and then Nicole will be moderating this morning. So again, thank you all. Good morning from Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning. How
Good
is the weather over
morning.
there? So we'll be talking about education, we'll talk about farms and retreats and our travel agent course coming up, setting the curriculum effectively. And we have some testimonials for you from our last farms and retreat that we had in St. Kitts and Nevis because we are going to Dominica.
Listen, Kelly, I may need you to in the background to pull up that testimonial because I'm not used to StreamYard like you and Nikita are. I'm a Zoom gal. So, but you can pull that up in the background.
This is just like Zoom.
Oh, is it really? Is it?
Nicole's like, I don't buy that.
I don't buy that at all. Okay. But anyway, welcome. I know we wanted to do this on Thursday because Kelly normally does her coffee chat on Thursdays, but we thought, listen, how about a nice start to your week? With seeing our faces, and also too because it's a holiday here in the US, we figure, listen, many of you will be home, hopefully with a mimosa. All I've had today is coffee, but I wish I had something. So
yeah, unfortunately, they don't serve mimosas or coffee in the woods, so here I am.
You didn't travel with your own?
Mimosa-less.
Who goes into the woods without Prosecco?
Have some spring water.
Who goes into the woods without Prosecco? You're right. That's a good question.
We have on Mr. Steve Johnson, and he's originally from Dominica, so Steve will be giving us some tips about what we must not miss while we are in Dominica. I'm excited.
Yay! Love that. Love that.
And I think my setting is pretty fitting for this conversation because Dominica is all about the outdoors.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true, which we will be doing a lot of. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit because one of the reasons why Sophia is here, and Sophia, maybe some of these agents already know you, but Nikita, we're hearing your little hiking steps. So go on mute until you can talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, her crunching is like it sounds amazing. Like I wish I was there, but all right. So Sophia, many of the agents know you. I'm gonna have you introduce yourself just to kind of say hello. But before you do that, we all know who Kelly is. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Nicole Barrett, and I'm the founder of the Minted Lab and the Travelpreneur Academy, where I help travel agents like you attract, engage, and convert an audience. And you may have seen that Kelly and I have partnered up to do events like the travel fair, as well as Families and Retreats, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And then Nikita, in the midst of your crunching before Sophia comes on, can you do a quick intro?
Absolutely. My name is Nikita. I am a digital strategist. I've been a digital strategist for the past 10 years, an expert in social media, digital marketing, and I help make social media breeze for travel advisors.
Look at you. And many of you may have seen that Nikita was at our last family retreat in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we're going to have her talk a little bit more about that, what that was like for her, and how you can, create credibility and content while on fam or while you're traveling. And then we have Sophia Calvin from Story Travel, who was with us on that St. Kitts fam. We thought we'd bring her on to kind of talk about what that experience was like. So Sophia, tell us who you are.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for having me on here, Nicole and Kelly. I'm Sophia Calvin. I'm the founder of Story Travel, and we are curators of tailor-made luxury, romance, and wellness experiences for busy professionals so that they can just relax and enjoy when they go on vacation. So thank you for having me here.
Love that. Love that. And Sophia is not just a travel agent and a great friend of ours, and clearly becoming my full-time travel partner. As we were just in Portugal together last week, well, a few days ago. But Sophia is also a member of my inner circle, Nikita's travel agent collective, and like we said, a past family retreat. So attendee. So she's been around the block with us as far as that goes. So we thought she was a great person to bring on. We are expecting another agent to join us, if and when he can. Norman, who was also on the St. Kitts fam, is trapseeing through Africa right now on the safari.
He just sent me a photo of him in his safari outfit. So hopefully he comes on.
So if he can come on, then you'll hear from him later. So let's do a quick recap, because one of the reasons why we have put together these FAMs and retreats is because there are ways to do FAMs. There's a way to do FAM, and then there's a great way to do FAM, and there's a way to maximize everything that's going on while you're on a FAM and a retreat. So we put the St. Kitts fam together, Kelly and I. Nikita aided in that too. So thank you, Nikita. And Nikita was able to show a lot of you guys through workshops, through implementation right on the spot in real time, how to create content while you're on these fams. And I was also along with Kelly.
I wanted to add that Nikita told them what to do before. So even a week before we actually went on the trip, the agents had the homework to do that they actually did, and they saw the results of that. So it's that not only like when you get there, but we give you work to do before you actually jump on that plane. So you already have a foundation to work with when you get to the island and immerse in the destination.
Before, during, and after. And Sophia, if you could take a pin on that too, because I'm going to have you talk a little bit about that while we go through and how that helped you, basically, right? But that fam also had workshops on how to create credibility and authority while you're on some of these FAMs and retreats as well. And we wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that, about, are you creating credibility? Are you creating content that's basically showcasing what you do, who you know, how you know them, and how that really applies to your clients? So let's jump right into that question then, Sophia. What was that like for you going on the FAM and getting your homework pre, during, and post?
Yeah, so this is actually the second time that I've had Nikita had prepared some homework for us, because when we did the workshop last year in New York,
Get It Done workout in New York City.
Yeah, she also had some homework and laid things out for us. And what I found with my audience, it really got them engaged. Like, oh, where's Sophia going next, right? So they were really on top of, oh, she's going here. All right, let's see what she's going to do. Let's see what she's going to highlight. Let's see who she's going to talk to. So it's a really, really excellent way of building up that excitement for people to keep following your stories and staying on your social media.
And let's give them an example. So for example, for the Get It Done workshop and for the family retreat to St. Kitts, you got social media and email saying, here's what I'm going to be doing, and here's why you should follow along. And we're going to stick a pin with that. I'm going to ask Nikita, why is that important, Nikita, social media wise, or, you can answer for the email portion too, and I can jump in. Why is that important?
Right, absolutely. So the work doesn't start when you get in the destination. The work starts beforehand. You want to prep your audience to make sure they know where you're going to be, like Sophia said. and they are watching. That's the ultimate way you're going to get those bookings from fans. And the truth is that is often such an untapped opportunity to get bookings, but the work needs to start beforehand. You need to lay the foundation for people in your social media and in your email, so people know this is where I'm going to be, or this is where this travel advisor is going to be, and they want to follow along. They want to see the journey. So it is, you're prepping your audience. You're letting them know what's up so they can be on the lookout for your content.
Right. And I will say too, did you find that it also kept you accountable? Because if you're saying to your audience, like, I'm going to be in St. Kitts and I'm going to be showing you this, all this stuff, you're like, oh my God, no, I got to show up and show all this stuff, right?
Absolutely. It's a good way to stay accountable.
Yeah. And I think that's probably something that a lot of us travel advisors kind of struggle with is, keeping ourselves accountable and making sure that we are showing up. We're like, oh, how do I do that? A lot of question marks and a lot of self-consciousness comes into play. But with a layout like what Nikita had put together, we had a framework to kind of go by. And yes, the accountability was definitely there. It's like, okay, now I'm here. I can't let everybody down. I got to keep posting interesting things.
Exactly. Exactly. And you find that go ahead.
Sorry,
baby.
Go ahead, Nicole.
No, go ahead.
That's how you get those inquiries.
Yeah.
That's how you get people asking questions about the destination. That's how you get them inquiring about what you're up to and getting them excited to go to that place. So it's really important.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If your audience is engaged and they're going to be putting in questions and they're going to want to know, and then you're able to create specific content, right? Yes. Content that is directly appeasing to them. So there's that. And then what we did on the very first day, because we believe in getting the work done and laying the foundation before we carry on. I mean, obviously we had an arrival dinner that was fantastic at a local restaurant on the beach, some local vibe. But the very next morning, before we started anything else, we had a workshop. And that was most of the morning. And that workshop, we had the tourist board there. We had the hotel staff there. But Nikita and I did a workshop on creating, building credibility, authority, and then basically laying out for the rest of the week. Here's what we're going to be doing. Here's what you need to be looking for. And here's how you conduct these kind of social media, points like ABC, So Sophia, what was that like for you, that workshop, and how did you apply what you learned during that workshop for the rest of the week?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, the best place for it to happen is right at the very beginning, right? Because we're setting the tone and kind of like the blueprint for how we want the rest of the week to go. Right. And with you and Nikita hitting the various points, it's conscious in our heads. So now, like you said, we're creating content that is specific. It's not just throwing something out there, and being able to ask questions to a professional, a pro who does this all the time, really allows us to really tailor that to how we want to put it out onto social media, because we have questions, and many times we want to have a professional with us, but we don't have one there. So therefore we don't do it. But on the workshops, you guys are there and readily available to answer any questions that we have. So it's like, okay, I'm thinking about this. Okay, great. Yep. This angle, perfect. Let's do it.
And I also have to add that we did the workshop on the not the first day, the first full day on island. And by the end of the evening, we were still at the Hilton Resort. By the end of the evening, the Hilton corporate office called to see what was happening at the resort, because the social media we were putting on was not just so interesting that not just the corporate office, but the whole owner of the hotel called as well, because the GM came to me and said, look at this. Corporate is calling to see what's going on because they are amazed at some of the reels that we put in.
They've never had that many social impressions.
Never had that before. And some of the agents actually went viral for the very first time while they were on island with us because of what they were putting out there as well. Because again, it's not about what you put. It's not about just posting stuff. It's the type of content you put out, and that's the important thing. So immersing in the destination, experiencing it, and then dealing with working directly one-on-one with experts like Nikita and us, it made a big difference. And I'm glad to see Teresa is here on board, because Teresa have already registered and she's going to us with Dominica. So Teresa will yes, she's one of the first to really sign up, and she'll be coming along with us. So I'm glad she's here to hear testimonial from. We should have had a couple of more people, but today's a holiday and Dominic is in Africa, so hopefully he comes on to hear a little bit more.
Elsa was supposed to be here. Elsa is also coming to Dominica. She's already
Elsa, yes.
registered. But she had an
Not
issue.
surprised to hear that.
She had an
And then
accident last
that
night.
tells you how it was, because Elsa was with us in St. Kitts, and she was again. She was like, "I'm coming, going wherever you guys are going." So Elsa will be
Right.
repeating that with us again in Dominica, because St. Kitts was so good for us. And also, we have to say that the agents got inquiries. They
Yeah.
got their clients asking questions. They got the engagement right there, and that's
Right.
what it's all about. You can't sometimes you post and you get 60,000 views and nobody wants to book with you. But at the end of the day, the agents who came with us, they were able to get the clients to get interested in the destination and see when they will want to visit. So all of that, makes a big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple things to add. And I think going back to Sophia's point, which was that having the experts, having us as, sort of guiding in the destination is such a game changer, because you're able to ask questions on the spot. You're able to get feedback on the spot. And that was what kept the momentum going for many advisors during that FAM, to be able to keep posting, to learn, to tweak. So it's giving you a blueprint and a roadmap that you can use any time for any
Yeah.
future FAM or any future travel experience that you can use. And then going back to Nicole's point about credibility, the destinations are important. You need that immersive experience to understand what you're selling, to be authority, to be a credible expert in that place. But it's also about positioning yourself as a travel expert overall. And when you're in a destination and you're creating content, you have the opportunity to do that. It's a huge, huge thing to be able to say, I went here, I'm an expert in here, but look at, I'm actively traveling, I'm actively out there, actively learning, so I can bring back all my knowledge and my expertise to you. So
Right.
it's like, there's so many different reasons why I love the format of how you guys do these FAM retreats, because it's not just about the immersive experience and learning about the destination. It is about learning how to market that destination while you're there. It's about getting leads and inquiries while you're there, but it's about learning a roadmap that you can apply to any trip that you go on ever,
Yeah.
and use that as a way to market.
That's a great point, because while the destination is important, right? Because many of the agents who came on the St. Kitts fam never sold St. Kitts before, didn't really have it in their repertoire. Sophia, you're one of those people. But what it does is while it is about the destination, it is also not about the destination.
Right.
Because what you're coming to do, just like how you came to New York City, you don't sell New York City regularly, right? You're not coming to New York City for New York City. You're coming to St. Kitts or Dominica to learn how to apply the framework that Nikita said to any destination that you sell. And, what was another good thing about the workshop was that you were able to lay out, Nikita, what they should be looking for while they're walking around in terms of social media wise. And then once you know what you should be looking for, then you have an idea of what types of photos you want to take during or videos while you're there during the week to create reels, right? But we're actually a step ahead of you guys, because we had a professional photographer on board, right? So you were able to say, I want this photo and I want it in these locations, but we were able to have a photographer capture those for you. Oh, here, look at that. We're going to have a photographer now in Dominica. What is going on here? Hey, Norman.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh, he has Safari Wi-Fi.
Trust me, for someone who has been on Safari, it's challenging to get Wi-Fi out when you're out there.
So one of the things I wanted to add again to our farms and retreat, we don't have you running around in every single hotel in the destination. We don't believe in that. And I know Nicole says it's not about the destination, but once you immerse yourself and experience it, you can sell the destination.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, your clients can go, we'll need a hotel. So we don't have you running around in every single hotel on the island. We give you a taste, we give you to experience it, and then you could again put that to any destination. And the other thing, when it comes to retreats, we give you a full day to retreat and do whatever you need to do on that day. Like for Dominica, I know most people who want to go in to see the boiling lake, because Dominica is a big wellness destination. So if you have clients who are really into wellness and into retreats and into hiking and trail, Dominica is the perfect destination to come experience, because it's one of those destinations that now has non-stop air out of Miami, and it's slowly becoming a popular destination. So you have to be ahead of the mass, and and see what it has to offer.
Yeah. I mean, Nikita and Norman look like they're already in Dominica, but
I
anyway,
know.
Basically, that's
I
what I said.
know.
My setting is very fitting for this conversation at the moment.
We need to get with the program
A
here.
little taste.
I
Little
know.
taste.
Well,
This
I
is
came with my batik St. Kitts outfit that I
Doesn't count. Doesn't
purchased
count.
while I was in St. Kitts, so I'm a little
Norman, I think we
this,
can hear you now.
this is not Dominica. Trust me. Not even close. Not even close.
So, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, before we lose you again to Safari Wi-Fi, I'm just going to ask you two things. Number one, can you introduce yourself, tell the folks who you are, and can you talk about one or two things that you really liked about the St. Kitts Famine Retreat?
Okay. Introduce myself. So, sorry, my voice is a little hoarse.
That's
Um,
okay.
I'm Norman Williams, owner of Majestic Dream Vacations, and in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And tell you something about the FAMs and retreats. I'm gonna tell you, they suck. Don't go on them. They suck. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It was actually very exceptional, fam. Well done. You get a great opportunity to see the destination, but the best part about it, they give you time to experience the destination. So it's not just going to see 8 to 10 hotels. No, you get some time to really experience the destination. So we was in Nevis, we was in St. Kitts and Nevis, and we really, well, me personally, I got the time to really meet some people in St. Kitts, experience St. Kitts. I'm a foodie, so I got around to a couple of restaurants, stayed at a great hotel in the Hilton, and it was an opportunity for me because I would like to do the St. Kitts Music Festival, take a group there next year. So it was a really opportunity for me to see some property firsthand. And then to me, I like to work with some local people. So I was able to meet with a local supplier who could provide transportation tours and things of that nature. So it was a great opportunity for me.
Yeah.
Just a really healthy mixture of site tours and experience in the destination. And of course, uh, the social media queen, Nikita, and we got an opportunity to really um, learn some things on Instagram and how to do reels and things of that nature as well.
Yeah.
I have to say that was so much fun being able to dynamically see everybody's evolution throughout the week as well, from when they started to what the
And
reels
now
and the
their
things they were.
evolution up until now, even.
You're absolutely right, and taking and applying all the things we learned and taught
Yeah.
them in the destination to now, which is that's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of having this marketing component, and why this fam retreat is so unique compared to others.
I love that. And I love, Norman, that you brought up the point about the supplier, because in Kelly and I, that is very close to our hearts, because we work with suppliers right now in what we do. We also have worked with suppliers in our past professional lives, as you guys have known, that span back 40 years probably, between us. So we understand the importance that suppliers play in your lives as travel professionals. So we want to make sure that we bring you closer to the professionals or the suppliers, right? So for example, we had Troy from, what was the company name again? I'm sorry, Caribbean
Journey Masters.
Caribbean Journey Masters, who was able to spend the entire week with us. We saw him every single day, from airport pickups to resort tours to on the retreat day to the excursions that we did to the boat rides, everything. And
Don't forget his restaurant.
I'm sorry.
And Vibes Restaurant.
Don't forget his
And
restaurant.
that was a fantastic restaurant.
Great food.
Absolutely. Great drinks as well.
Full stop. Great food. Full stop. Okay.
And drinks. Don't forget about the drinks.
Don't forget about the drinks.
The drinks.
We did not forget about the drinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I actually have to go, but I just wanted to say before I head out, I love the format of these. I've said it a couple times now. I love the format of these. If you're thinking about going, you want to learn marketing, you want to learn how to do it in the destination, you absolutely have to be in Dominica. So thank you guys for having me for the chat.
And we'll see you there.
Absolutely. All right, everybody.
Bye.
Now, going back to Nicole's point about the suppliers, this is one of the important things about credibility for you as a travel agent, because you want to know that you know somebody in destination that you can call and can do anything for you. And I mean anything legal, anything for you, for your client, because this is what Troy was for us. I mean, you asked the question and he made it happen. And then you just want to know that you met somebody that you feel very comfortable with, that would go, beyond to make your client happy, and in the end make you happy as well. So that's the type of people that we work with as well, when it comes to our farms and retreats.
Yeah, and I will
so crucial. Sorry, Nicole. I just wanted to say, as an advisor, that is so crucial, because that is when you have the right partner in that destination, and you know that you're putting your clients in good hands and they're taking care of their clients. It comes back looking to us like, that was spectacular, that was fabulous. So it is very important for us to have the right partners in place so that it is a seamless experience for our clients.
I agree. And what did you guys think about that afternoon when we had other suppliers? So there was one particular afternoon we invited several other suppliers from around the island, from excursion to weddings to events and we gathered them in one room in a penthouse suite, and had lunch, and a nice afternoon. The agents were able to get a chance to go around the room and talk to each supplier. What did you guys think of that format?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great opportunity to spend some time with the suppliers, get to know them, not in such a real formal environment, but kind of informal environment, and just really just be yourself and kind of get to know them, have a conversation, get the questions answered, and in a sense build a short relationship with them. So that was great to be able to experience.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to piggyback on that, it was an intimate setting. It wasn't, a trade show where you're talking for 30 seconds to somebody and trying to build a relationship. We actually had the opportunity to have conversation and chat with them, whether it was, about their specific product or just chit-chatting with them, right? Like that is how the relationships do get built. And we had the opportunity to do that. I thought that afternoon was great. We created so much content that afternoon and got to talk to so many people. So yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah. And another good thing about that too.
And just
Go ahead, Kelly.
Sorry, just adding to Sophia's point, like Nicole and I decided that we're going to keep our farms and retreat up to a certain number of agents, so we can get that personal. You can get one-on-one with me, one-on-one with Nicole, one-on-one with Nikita throughout the entire time, and that makes a difference. So we try to keep our farms and retreat to a certain number, like we're looking at just 10, because we want to make it that personal, that you could have all of your one-on-one with everybody in, all of the organizers. And when we come to have our day with our suppliers, the same thing happens. You have the time to sit with the suppliers and have a drink, have a coffee, have a lunch, and don't feel like you're rushing through a trade show, because this is where, again, you find out exactly who they are, what they do, and what they can do for your clients and for your business as well. So we put a lot of thought into what we do. As Nicole said, she said 40 years, but I'm younger than that. We've been in the business for a long time.
Between us, Kelly. Between us.
You said combined.
I was just kidding. So as Nicole said, we've been in the business for a very long time, and we know what works, and we know what we do not want travel agents to do as well. So all of those thoughts went to organizing and starting this farms and retreat, so that we can get our agents to sell better,
right?
More professional, to sell better, and to give them the knowledge that we know that they need, to sell better as well.
I agree. And one of the things we made sure to have happen during the supplier meetings, as well as throughout the entire family retreat, was that we had a professional photographer take photos of you guys meeting with these suppliers, because that's another way to build credibility, right? Is to show your audience that you're out there meeting with vendors who are going to be able to help you create better experiences for them. It shows that you know people, that you have a finger on the pulse of the industry. And that's another way to build credibility, whether you're on our family retreat or traveling somewhere else on your own. Please be sure to get photos of you with different suppliers. I wanted to bring this comment up because I'm not sure who that is, but this person said, was sending my doctor to Jungle Bay this Thursday, but they're all sold out. And I bring that up because Jungle Bay is where we're staying in Dominica. So that's exciting. Not sold out then. So listen, if you would like to come.
So let's talk a little bit about that because
Yeah.
yes, so we're going to Dominica November 16th to the 21st, and it's going to be the same format. However, we're still in this beautiful property called Jungle Bay, Dominica, and it's in the middle like of a mountain, the rainforest. Everybody gets the individual villa. And I'm not sure if you're following us on Farms and Retreat. We've been posting images of what the villas look like. It's amazing. And Jungle Bay is a wellness, we could say wellness resort. So we will have yoga as one of our activities for everybody to do, just to just to relax in the destination. Plus, we'll be getting almost 50% of all of the spa services for the day of your retreat. You have the entire day to really immerse in the Jungle Bay property to see how beautiful it is. So yeah, so if you haven't looked at it yet, go and check it out because I think we'll have an amazing time in Dominica and especially the property that we'll be staying at.
Love it. Love that. Okay, I'm trying to show this, but it's not very. It's actually a 3-part testimonial. There we go. There we go. All right. So let me ask you this, Mr. Norman. What was I know you mentioned talking about liking the time spent to do some things. You met some suppliers. What has been your biggest takeaway and what have you applied since you've returned? And I'm going to ask you the same question, Sophia. What have you applied to your business, your content, your emails, whatever, since you've returned?
I'll let Sophia go first, as ladies first.
I haven't carried the conversation yet, Norman. So, yeah, I mean, one thing that I have certainly applied was the prep work before going on the fam, letting kind of tapping into my audience, saying, hey, I'm going here, da 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 da. Take a look at what's coming. Since being on the retreat, I have actually. Personally, when I come back from trips, I like to target my email list, right? They're the ones that have traveled with me, have signed up for, to know what I'm doing and such. And I particularly start with them. And I had a write-up done for St. Kitts and Nevis based on what my trip was, and have gotten some inquiries regarding what travel this winter, and St. Kitts is where it's, I'm pushing that information for them. Right. So I love having a new product because again, I'm not somebody that typically sells the Caribbean, but when winter comes around in the US, we think Caribbean travel. So to be able to have that in my back pocket, like, oh, look here, someplace that's not Jamaica, nothing wrong with Jamaica. I've been in Jamaica. I love Jamaica. I love you, Nicole. You're from Jamaica.
Nice comeback. Nice.
Yes, I actually have Jamaican ancestry as well, but everybody knows that. So let's explore.
No, but you're absolutely correct. People are looking for different experiences, especially coming off of what we're coming off of the past few years. Are people looking for different, unique experiences? And I'm not gonna lie, places like St. Kitts, Dominica, they're less traveled, right, than say Jamaica, or I'm gonna throw St. Lucia in there just because, right? But you're absolutely correct. These types of unique experiences are what people are looking for.
And that's what we try to do at Storied Travel, right? It's in our name, Storied, which means that we want to give you something a little bit different than what you are expecting from, any place. So so I love having a lesser known product where I know that my clients are going to be taken care of.
Love that.
Yeah.
And Mr. Norman.
Is he frozen already?
Oh, he's on Wi-Fi Safari again. Safari Wi-Fi. That's okay. Is there
Just
anything else
pretending.
that we need to add?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Mr. Bush.
Oh,
Are
here
you
he is.
So
There you go.
You're back, Norman. Maybe not. All right. So, with that being said, if you want more information, head on over to famsandretreats.com. And just to kind of give you an idea of what all of this includes, if you want to join us in Dominica, November 16th to the 21st, and don't mind me, I'm looking over here. But it will include, the tours and the experiences for sure, the resort tour site inspections, transfers to and from the airport, the marketing workshops, which in and of itself is an amazing opportunity. And, Sophia, you were in New York City with us.
Can I jump in
You
on
know
that
the price that
really
you
quickly?
paid for that. Exactly.
Yeah, really quickly. I just want
Yeah.
to say that my highest grossing leads or reels have been whenever I'm on a workshop with you guys. So just putting that out there.
We love that. Yeah. So you get the marketing workshops, you get one-on-one time with me, with Nikita, with Kelly, but you also get one-on-one time with the agents who you're with, and you're learning the same things, and you can run things by each other.
And
Of
that's
course,
and that's a good point, Nicole, to make, because
yeah.
all of the agents who were there, they felt very comfortable bouncing ideas off each other. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, you guys are all in the same profession, and you aren't each other's competition. And then one thing may work for you and may not work for the others. But that was the great thing, that they were able to bounce up ideas off each other and become friends and partners as well.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. And of course, as you know, we mentioned earlier, we have a professional photographer with us. I mean, like our eyes were all googly going through all these photos that were sent over, and each agent got a packet of photos on their return.
But
So they were,
remember, we were there like for 3, 4 full days. We had
yeah,
thousand and thousand, because
thousands of
when I
photos.
got the link, I'm like, I'm not going through that.
She sent it to me, said, Nicole, this is all you.
And
You go through
you
these.
know, I'm like, can you handle this? There was thousands and
Listen, there
thousands
were
of
thousands. I had to
images.
sort all these photos by agents, by day. It was crazy. So anyway, after all of that, I slept for 5 days.
fellas, don't even try to get into the photos.
I know
Fellas, don't even think about trying to get some photos in there.
what it was
But
nice. It was
I don't
nice
know if you can
though.
still hear me.
Yes.
One of my takeaways was
Uh,
I was able to show clients that St. Kitts is more than a cruise destination.
Mm,
That it was they had a couple of different options of hotels and resorts.
mhm.
They have some different options of activities, excursions, and tours to do. And for me, it was the first time finding out now they have an all-inclusive option, which I don't tend to push or sell, but if you wanted that, that is there. So, and at every price point that you can think of. We had some really great, I mean, see some really great properties. Not only see them, but we had the opportunity like the Wyndham where they just wowed us like crazy with the different food and drinks and things that they had to offer.
That was amazing.
And it's not a big island, so it's not far. Even if you stay in at one place, you're probably no further than 30 to 40 minutes from any point of the island. So that was one of my biggest takeaways. And then you could sell St. Kitts and Nevis as a dual destination. So if you
Hmm.
wanted to spend some time living it up in St. Kitts, enjoying the excursions, the nightlife, and things of that nature. And then you could go over to Nevis and just kind of relax, chill out with some of their beautiful properties, which is just a quick boat ride away. So that was probably the biggest takeaways that I've gotten from there.
Love that. Love that.
very true.
And there are some photos of you guys on that boat ride that are just fun to look at. But yeah, so each agent got some, look at Norman's face. Each agent got a packet of photos that includes photos of themselves, photos of them with suppliers, with other agents, but also they got stock photos of resort photos, destination photos that they can use in their marketing. Some of them are very specific to St. Kitts and Nevis, and some of them are very generic, which means that they can use that to market whatever destination, Caribbean destination that they sell, or tropical destination that they sell. And the same thing will apply for Dominica as well. And of course, it includes some meals, and single occupancy rooms or villas for Dominica is That's important to know, that your room is going to be a single occupancy room. And of course, if you register for the Dominica Fam and Retreat, we are including the Selling the Caribbean Effectively course, by the way, which is happening live on October 27th and recorded and available to everyone else who signed up. And that course, we're going to talk about everything about the Caribbean, how to sell the Caribbean effectively, how to niche down. And that's a topic for another day, which Kelly and I will come on and talk about
Yes,
that. But
we will,
you can also find more information on that at the same link that's on your screen, which is famsandretreats.com. Anything else you want to add, Kelly?
No, that's about it. I'm looking forward to it, to both the cause, because the world has opened up now, and you need to set yourself apart from everybody else. And it's all about
Yeah.
education and knowing your product and knowing what you sell. So that's what we're trying to do for you in the Caribbean, so that you could set yourself apart and become an expert in your field. And we're looking forward to seeing most of you. Well, whoever is going to come with us, a small number, to Dominica, and again the course coming up as well. I am so excited about the course that we put together, because it's really something, not something you can just go buy out. It's something that we literally put together because we think that's what you need to know, and also
Yeah.
the things that you've been asking for as well. We compacted together for you.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, that's it. Any last minute thoughts you want to add, Norman or Sophia?
I just say, just sign up and go. You'll have experienced a great opportunity, and just you get to get not only the knowledge from Kelly and Nicole, but you also get to network with other agents, and which is one of the biggest parts about being in an opportunity like this. Because, as you know, there's many ways to do this business. There's no right way, no wrong way, but you'll get to learn some things how you can implement in your business as well. And they give freely. So, and that's one thing I really appreciate about Kelly and Nicole.
Oh, we appreciate you too, Norman.
We appreciate you too, Norman.
Absolutely, and I agree with Norman. You know, it just go. It's what you get is invaluable back. You know, yes, the marketing, being in the destination, the courses, both of your expertise, along with Nikita, and that networking with other advisors. I mean, Norman and I, you know, spoke after that retreat, and made a connection there. Elsa, who is also going to Dominica, she and I, make a connection and talk regularly and hold ourselves accountable. So absolutely, what you get is so much more than just actually going on the trip. It's quite worth it. So do it.
By the way, Sophia, thank you for the Italy contact. I did use
Anytime.
them. They came through. So,
Anytime. They're my go-to for Italy for sure.
yeah.
You see, you even learned that on the farm trip. They got
Look at
together,
that.
now they do business together.
And they came through in a pinch. I literally planned a 10-night trip to Italy in like 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
they really came
That's
through
the
in a pinch.
camaraderie that we're talking about, right? So listen,
Yeah.
whether it's Italy or the Caribbean, you get
I'm
to
sorry to get off topic.
No, we love that. But listen,
Yeah.
we talked about that, right? We talked
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
fact that what keeps happening? What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Like Stephanie's point here. I love the companionship on the trip, the friendliness of everyone, and the way it was organized. And that's Stephanie from AAV Travel, who is on her way to Jamaica right now, actually, as per her text me yesterday. And I love that, because what you just saw right there is exchange of information between Sophia and Norman, whether it is for Italy or the Caribbean or Asia, wherever in the world. Is you want that, because it's teaching you how to sell yourself and your company, no matter where you're selling. And that's what this Spam and Retreat is about. While this is a Caribbean focused page, what we're saying to you is learn how to market your business anywhere that you sell. So love that.
We know we focus on the Caribbean, but it's points that you could take to any destination and use to, and use. And um Sophia and Norman met in the Caribbean, and they sold Italy.
Yeah.
You know, they were working on an Italian trip, and then it worked for Norman. So
Yeah.
again,
And you guys didn't even know that Norman and I did that. So it
No,
just,
they did not know.
that's something that we just came together, and that's the point. Like you don't know who you're going to meet and how they can help you in your business after you meet. So yeah. Perfect.
Love that. Well, with that being said, that's a great note to end on. It is a holiday week, holiday day. It's a holiday today, is what I'm trying
it's a
to
holiday
say.
for
The
me
words,
because my it's a holiday
your
week
son
for
is
me
off
because
all
my
week.
son is home until Thursday. He's home. Yeah, I don't know, Fulton County. What's going on? So,
Like they literally just started school and he's off for a whole week.
oh,
Any teachers out there that can explain that to us, as well as some other things, I'm going to send you a list. Okay, you can explain some things to us.
I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, and we had Jewish holidays off. So I don't know if it's a Jewish holiday.
it's not Jewish. It's Professional Development Day, a Teacher Work Day, and something else and something else. So he goes back on Friday. So
On
a Friday, I know. Okay, we're not going to talk about that, okay? Because first day of school for us was a Friday and Monday was a holiday. Like, that made no sense. But again, I'm going to, teachers out there, I will send you a list of questions I need answered for my own sanity, and then I'll share with Kelly, okay? All right. All right. So with that being said, folks, please let us know if you have any questions about anything, but of course about the famine retreat. Or about the Selling the Caribbean Effectively workshop. You can post it here, or you can send Kelly or myself a DM. Find us over on Instagram at Nicole S. Barrett or Caribbean Travel Expert. I keep wanting to say Caribbean Travel, princess or queen or badass or something. That's what I'm trying,
These were all taken up already, so I had to go to that one.
Caribbean Travel badass was taken, because that's what you are, Thank you so much to Sophia and Norman for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you, Teresa. I hope I'm saying that right. We will see you in Dominica. Have a fabulous week yourself. And with that being said, have a great rest of your week, folks.
See you guys on Thursday. Bye.